A buyer plans to buy a franchise. The table shows the average weekly profits for a number of current franchises. If the buyer buys a franchise, what would be the expected weekly profit? And we want to round our final answer to the nearest cent. Now this tells us, the table tells us most of what we need to get started. There are 13 who make a $100 weekly profit. There are 11 that make a $200 weekly profit. There are 12 that make a $300 weekly profit. There are 10 that make a $400 weekly profit. There are 11 that make a $500 weekly profit. And there are 2 that make a $600 weekly profit. But the thing is, they gave us the raw numbers. We actually need probabilities. So what you have to figure out is how you change those raw numbers into probabilities. Well, the first thing you've got to do is realize that if you add 13, 11, 12, 10, 11, and 2, you get 59. So there are 59 franchises in all. So the probability of having a profit of 100 is 13 over 59. The probability of having a $200 profit is 11 over 59. The probability of having a $300 profit is 12 over 59. A $400 profit is 10 over 59. A $500 profit is 11 over 59. And a $600 profit is 2 over 59. So remember, you always have to have the values in a column and the probabilities in the column. We weren't given the probabilities. We were given the raw numbers. You have to change them into probabilities. So we just need to multiply each weekly profit by its probability. We needed those numbers in this column in order to get the probabilities, but once we have the probabilities, we do not need those numbers anymore. So I might want to just mark them out so I'm not tempted to multiply by the wrong thing, because what I want to do is multiply that number times that number. So let's do that. If you take 100 times 13/59, you get 1359. Then I want to multiply 200 times 11/59, and that gives me 2259. Then I want to take 300 times 12/59, and that gives me 3659. Then 400 times 10/59, that gives me 4059. Then 500 times 11/59, that gives me 5559, and then 600 times 2/59, and that gives me 1259. Now remember, once I get the products, I want to sum them to get the expected value. So I simply add up all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all 6 of these fractions. They all have a common denominator of 59, so all I have to do is add up the numerators and put it over 59. If you add up 1300, 2200, 3600, 4000, 5500, and 1200, you get 17,800. So that's over 59. If you do the division and round to the nearest cent, you get $301.69. So that would be the expected weekly profit.